Good day, guys. Welcome to the Strategic Day Trader. So, what is Bitcoin doing currently? From what we can see so far from the 1 hour chart, we would see that a lot of movements have happened. So I'm going to quickly explain this movement so that we can know or predict the next point of Bitcoin. Okay. So based on this movement, according to the 1 hour chart, we would see that price created stops here. Okay, there was a movement upward. Okay, came down, created these stops here, took out these two stops using these two pin bars in order to drive price up. After driving this price up, to take out all these ones, okay, and at the same time creating stops here, they flush down the price in order to take out the stops. Now, after that, they created more stops here. Okay, then they drew the price up in order to take out all this that are here, and there's a reason for that. Okay, there's a reason for that. I was explaining to you some days, I think some days ago, or 2 days ago. So now look at where this price is. Let's check what has happened in the past there. So we want to know the reason why they took out that spot. All right, so from what we have seen here, price got to this spot in before, that's the second to the last stop. Price got to this point, and there was a reason why price got to that spot, which was because of this rejection that is here, this rejection here. Okay, price decided to take it out. Okay, but from my previous explanation, I told you that there are still stops around this area, and which could also be the driving force pulling price up. Okay, which will be the driving force pulling price up. So now let's see where price got to at this point. Let's see, let's place a stop here. Let's place an horizontal line here, change the color to green, and let's place another one to monitor this one. Let's change it to blue. Okay, so we can know the green one has the blue line on it, while the red one has the green line on it. So let's check where price stopped. Okay, price did not get to those points. Okay, so So now we are expecting price to still find a way to come and clear this area. There are a lot of driving force pulling the price up. Okay, now apart from the stops that are here, one of the major force pulling price up is this point. You can see the bunch of stocks that are here, all these ones. This is a great force that we expect to pull price up. But if they could not find enough liquidity that they need to drive price up, then they have to create all these consolidating movements. Look for liquidity in all these places. You can see that they have created a lot of bunch of stocks for themselves, okay, which can be taken out for to derive what they want, to derive that push upward. Okay, so if they can't find enough liquidity for them to move the price upward, they may have to come down, take out all these stocks, then drive the price upward. So that is one of its current tricks. So from what we have here, we can see clearly that all the stocks that are here now have been taken out using this. Okay, using this particular candle, and you would see, according to our checklist strategy, which I expect that most of you will have gone through, it didn't meet our checklist strategy. You have an inverted pin bar taking out all these stuffs. Okay, then halfway through into this pin bar, and we have an halfway through into the pin bar, which is denoted by this. So this is its halfway. Okay, so which gives you an entry around this point to sell. So using the 1 hour chart, you see that you can have your entry to sell this market. Okay, so for instance, now you would also see that price have been selling around this area. Okay, and it is always giving you the clue to sell, except for here, where we have, after the takeout of this major stuffs here, which has a reason. Okay, you have to go in time past. I don't want to go so that we don't take much of our time. All right, so that is the only point. If you check in time past, you will see the reason why this particular pin bar failed. Okay, there are still some stops that needed to be taken out around this area. That was the reason why this one failed. So this particular candle took those stops out and was able to drive the price downwards. Okay, so now after the takeout of all the stops that are here, using this particular candle, you could see the sweep down. If you switch to the 15 minutes chart, you will also see, let's see if we can see. Okay, all right, this is what happened at the 15-minute chart. This, okay, even the 1 hour chart looks more clearer in terms of signal production than the 15-minute charts, according to what we can find there. Okay, based on our checklist strategy, the 1 hour chart seems to give you a better clearance based on our checklist strategy. But at the same time, if you look at what has happened, okay, you would see that this particular candle, okay, came back to give you an entry point around this area. Okay, to give you an entry point around this area if you consider this particular bearish candle. Okay, if you consider this bearish candle, then looking for halfway into this bearish candle somewhere around there. Okay, somewhere around there. So your entry point will be somewhere around there. Okay, instead of here that the 1 hour gave you the opportunity, the 1 hour chart gave you the opportunity of entry. Okay, all right. So now I have my own way of also gaining an entry around this area at the top. If we switch to the 5 minute chart, let's check what the 5 minute chart can give us. Okay, let's check what the 5 minute chart can give us. If that's another way to fine-tune your entry points, you switch to a more lower time frame. Okay, all right. So if you okay, okay, considering the 5 minutes time frame, where will your entry be? Okay, now give the 5 minutes time frame give you an inverted pin bar, so halfway into the inverted pin bar, which is somewhere around there. Okay, somewhere around there, not completely halfway, but you could manage it if okay. So this was the signal, the inverted pin bar, then followed by this candle. So your entry is somewhere around there. Now you may not be perfect in getting your entry somewhere around there, but at least you can get your entry through this second candle. Okay, so if this second candle moves, even if you still don't get your entry, this retracement, okay, halfway into this particular second candle can give you an entry. So using the 5 minute chart still gives you more entry points around the top area than the 15-minute chart. All right, so and this is another entry point. Okay, they're coming back, and I'm giving you this explanation because something like that is happening currently. Okay, if we look at what is happening here, if you go to the 1 hour chart, let's see the 1 hour chart. Let's see. Okay, using the 1 hour chart now, look at what has happened there. We have now from what is going on currently. Okay, all major stops around this area have been cleared. So the next is to clear the bottom stops, which can likely give us a downward move. Okay, so now where are the nearest stops that we can clear? Where are the nearest stops that we can clear? Now from this clearance here, we could see all these ones have been cleared. Okay, these particular ones could not clear this, so all these ones have been cleared, including these ones. So just remaining these spots here. Okay, remaining these spots before this now happened. All right, so now let's place our horizontal lines. Always clean your charts. Let your chart be clean enough so that you can see what is going on. So there is a stop around this area. There's a stop around this area. So price created a miss around this point. Okay, so the miss can cause a retracement upward. Okay, then you can take out the miss, take out this miss, and also take out what caused the stop that caused the miss will be taken out. So if this is taken out, there's also possibility that all this can also be taken out alongside with this. Okay, so if all these ones are taken out, then you can have price flushing towards this area. Okay, price flushing towards this area. So my take profits will be somewhere around, let's use this rejection here, so somewhere around there. So if I want to choose my take profits, since this is the final point that I'm looking at, I may want to move my take profit somewhere here, okay, so that I will be sure. Okay, in fact, this will be my last take profit. My first take profit will be around, that's to take out all these ones first, okay, then second, and then this third, okay, and then you can use this side as fourth take profit, then all these ones here as fifth take profit. So because price can decide to have your rush down, okay, because there are many stops around this area, so you could have a very strong move downwards to take out all this bunch of stops, okay. So price may want to do first to get to take out the stops, and that's why you usually have that move down. All right, so that is that. Now what I actually wanted to explain, that I was saying, was looking like something like what has happened in the 5-minute chart. While I was showing you the 5-minute chart, something like that, something similar like that is happening now. When you look at this, let's switch to the 4-hour chart so you understand what I'm trying to talk about. Now looking at the 4-hour chart, okay, we have this an inverted pin bar, okay, we have an inverted hammer, okay, although not completely an inverted hammer, but you know, it has a kind of leg that shows like a pin. All right, so now we now have a bearish engulfing candle engulfing completely this particular candle, okay. So this bearish engulfing candle is a major point for us, okay, that gives us that drive, that opportunity that price could drive downwards, just like what has happened there, okay. You can see the bearish engulfing candle drove price downward. Something like that is happening here again. After the bearish engulfing candle drove price downwards, there was a retracement to halfway through, okay, our checklist strategy. Halfway through, the same thing happened there. Bearish engulfing candle, okay, engulf this one, okay, and price drove downwards, but still came back to come and give us an halfway through into this particular bearish engulfing candle. So that halfway through is very important, okay. Even though it was partially met here, it still came back to retest it, okay, came back to retest the halfway through, okay. All right, so that strategy is very important to us, okay. It's very important. So the same thing is happening here, okay. We have a bearish engulfing candle and we are expecting an halfway through into this bearish engulfing candle. So the halfway of this bearish engulfing candle will be maybe somewhere around here, okay. You can measure it, you can use this ruler, okay. Let's this. All right, so let's measure the halfway through of this. Okay, just let's do it again. All right, so the halfway will be somewhere around there. All right, so that's 24,464. Okay, so let's say approximately 24,400. Okay, let's say approximately 24,400 or 24,450 anyway. So now let us check if there is a possibility using the lower time frames that price can come towards that area. Now, first, one possibility for price to come towards that area is that price, there are stops here, okay, and there are stops here, including this, and this cleared it. All right. Not use an horizontal line. Okay, so these are stops here. This stop was cleared, so we have 1 and 2 here, okay, and it was cleared using this. So there is a possibility for price to push up, okay, to push up. So now, what are those things that we'll be considering? Okay, now what we expect is that what we are expecting currently, because of this bearish engulfing candle, the force to which this bearish engulfing candle is bringing will be a strong sell order to clear out all the stops that we have here, okay, and all these rooms possibly, okay. So now, what are we expecting is that we expect price to push up to this place halfway through into this candle, then a sweep downwards, okay, so that is what we expect. Now let's check, let's see what is happening in the 15 minutes. All right, so now look at what is happening in the 15 minutes chart. You can see clearly that we have a bunch of stuffs here, which probably could pull price up, okay, probably could pull price up. So in the process of trying to take out all these stops, okay, price can move towards this area. And you can also see that this sorry, I wanted to change this one to green, okay. Now this halfway, this was halfway according to the 4 hours chart. This line was halfway to the bearish engulfing candle, and that halfway also corresponds to a confluence around this area. It also corresponds to a confluence around this area where we have rejection of price, okay. All right, so now, which also gives us some kind of confidence that if we see a price can shoot up to this area to take out all these stops, okay, and we can find an inverted pin bar or a bearish engulfing candle, okay, or somewhat like an inside bar like this, bearish inside bar, okay, then we could have price crashing downwards, okay. So that will give us a signal for our sell. So that will be a signal for our sell. Then you can find where your stop loss can be, okay. It's maybe somewhere around there after this stop, somewhere around there, okay. Now if you don't see that kind of signal, inverted pin bar around this area and or bearish engulfing candle and so on like that, if you can't find that, okay, then it means that you have to wait or look at what is happening, because price also have the possibility of still going up due to the force above, okay. So we have some forces above that price still needs to clean up, so possibly they have gotten the liquidity that they need to move the price upward. All right, so before you can make your sell order, okay, ensure you find something like this, you can see this is a bearish engulfing candle. Something like this will give you a good opportunity to sell. So okay, something like this. Once you see this, all right, unfortunately we could not get an halfway through through the 15-minute candle, but at least immediately you find this bearish engulfing candle, you know that a sell signal has been initiated, so you can place your entry at any point in time and follow the price downwards. Okay, all right, so now that will be one of the best way to place your entry. All right, that will be one of the best way to place your entry before you place your entry, because price could still find its way up. Okay, only place an entry when you find either an inverted pin bar. You will see it's going to be glaring that in this case price wants to fall, just like what we have here. Look at what we have here. Price shoots up, price came back to have an halfway into this, so you could have that clearly to something like that. Okay, and an halfway through, then price crashing down. So just wait for the signal. So personally, that is what I'm going to do. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, and that is the way to trade with confidence. Ensure these stops here are cleared, and if they are cleared, ensure that you have an inverted pin bar or a bearish engulfing candle. Those ones will help you to sell, give you the signal to sell. If you don't see that, then price will continue to go up, and you should know what to do. The structure will be created for you to know if price will be going up or not. Okay, the structure will be there for you to see. All right, so that is looking at it. We've seen the chart based on the 15-minute chart, the 1 hour chart, the 4 hours chart. Okay, let's check what is happening if the daily is also giving us a sell signal. Let's remove the trends. All right, now based on the daily charts too, daily charts, from what we can see here, we can see a lot of pin bars here. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. If this candle too should end as a pin bar, okay, if this candle should end as a pin bar, then I will expect price to fall. Okay, I will expect price to fall. We'll come and take out all the stops here. Okay, I will expect price to fall to take out all the stops here. So possibly if price should fall and take out all the stops here, probably we have price dropping to as low as this point here. Okay, around this area. So that's 21,005. Okay, then if we have a pin bar, something like this, if we have a pin bar, something like that around this area, then I may also be looking for a buy move towards the upside. Okay, so I think that is that. Based on the daily chart, the daily chart too is also giving us the signal to sell, because we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 pin bars. 4 inverted hammers are big signal for us to sell, because price stops have already been taken out in all these areas. Stops have been taken out in all these areas, and based on the daily chart, there are no visible stops to be taken out in this area except for this stop here. Okay, except for this stop, there are no visible stops in this area. But if you go to the 1 hour chart, you see some visible stops around this area that needed to be taken out. Okay, so but currently no visible stops. This is the only visible stop. So, and I'm not sure price will want to go to that point because of these 4 inverted hammers that can drive price downwards. Okay, so based on the daily charts, we are also having price to go downward. Okay, stops have been cleared above, and we have inverted pin bars, okay, that can drive the price downwards. Now based on the 1 week chart, based on the 1 week time frame too, what are we seeing? From what we can see so far is that we kind of we are having some kind of stops, price stalling in this area. Okay, and this week seems to be looking bearish, okay. So but this week is not yet over. We just started this week, so there's still possibility of price actually taking out the stops here, okay, then finding its way upward, okay, something like what has happened here. Okay, aim to come and carry out this, take out the stops here, okay, to take out the stops on this candle, then push upward. So something like that can happen. It can push down to take out the stops here, then push up later. Okay, something like that happened here, something like that, you know. Take out the stops below here, then push up. After taking out the stops here, they push the price up. So something like that can happen. Okay, so that's what is going on the weekly chart. The weekly chart is not really giving us a good enough signal. Okay, enough signal. The only signal is giving us that we can also see, which is still not good enough, is the stop that is here, the confluence stop that is here. Okay, trying to reject price downwards. Okay, and this one, we have 2 confluence stops here, 1 and 2, so possibly trying to reject price downwards. That's the only clue that we can get from this weekly chart. Okay, so that's what we can get from the weekly. And let's see the monthly. Okay, all right, so the monthly is not really giving us any clear signal, except for price can still push up to this rejection area. That's 26,600. So to 26,600. Okay, yeah, to 26,600. So price, based on the monthly chart, price can still push up. Since this is a push, price can still push up, and price can also push down. Okay, this candle can either push up or push down. Okay, so there's no clear signal. There's no clear signal because where this rejection is here, the rejection is here, the confluence rejection is here, so it's still far away. So there's still possibility of price pushing up. Okay, there's still possibility of price pushing up. All right, so what else again? So that is that. So all you need to do is just to watch out for the clues. Okay, so but if you have switched to the lower time frames, you can see clearly that we are having stops in these areas. Okay, that these stops can be cleared, and if these stops needed to be cleared, it may also possibly affect this, and if it doesn't affect this, then we can still have a push up. Okay, so you just have to watch out. Either way price goes, okay, price will give you an opportunity to also make your own. For instance, if price should push up, you may not be able to follow the price up. Okay, you may miss the entry of price going up. Okay, so all you need to do is to wait for price to come down. So in the process, you'll be able to place your entry somewhere around this area. Okay, you'll be able to place your entry somewhere around this area. So If price should push up, the price can push up, then you can place your entry for sell order. Okay, and if price should decide to fall, okay, which you may not, for instance, price may decide to fall, probably because here we have bearish engulfing candle engulfing this candle, okay, and an halfway was given, this to bearish engulfing candle engulf this, and halfway also. Now clearly an halfway, broadly an halfway can come back to give you, then you have a sell. So but it's going to be very risky for you to place an entry somewhere around there, because price can decide to take out this stop here. Okay, so if price decides to take out the stops that are moving, it may be risky for you to place your entry somewhere around there. Okay, so if you are going to be placing your entry at all, then you have to somehow place a low amount of money, okay, amount of money to risk. But the best point to be 95% confidence is to look for sell around this area. Okay, to look for sell around this area. Once price can come up here, then look for sell signals to sell. So that can be a better option. Otherwise, personally, I'm not going to enter a trade. I prefer not to enter a trade than for me to lose my my money. Okay, I'll prefer not to. I'll prefer not to enter a trade than for me to just waste my money, or to just place a high level risk. Okay, to place a high level risk. So from the Telegram chat, I placed some lines for my followers. I placed some lines for them. If you are following me on the Telegram channel, on the Telegram group chat, you are likely to have some clues that I give out. Okay, all right, so let's see some lines that we can place around here. All right, this bunch of stores that is here is enticing. Okay, it's enticing. Okay, it's really enticing. You can see what has happened, how price have been able to take out a lot of stuff around this area. So let's see. Okay, these stuffs here, we have stuffs here, and price wants to take them out. Okay, let's see this. Okay, let's switch to the 15-minute charts to eliminate some noise. Okay, to eliminate some noise. All right, so I'm gonna place one here. One of the reasons why you could have a lot of bounces around this area is because of the stops that are here. You can see we're having 1, 2, and the more the numbers of stops there, we make those areas strong. Okay, so that you could have bounces, and the price will like to take them out. Okay, price will like to take them out. So all right, so is that. Then if you go further down, then you can find right, so this is one, there's another one. Okay, there's another one here. Then this is another one here. All right, so these are a bunch of stores that needed to be cleared. Then we now have this one here. So these two, let's change the color of this one. Could be another driving force that could drive price downwards. Okay, this one's here. Okay, and this one here. Okay, what people call double bottom. I told you, I'll be telling you in all my video tutorials that price love double bottom a lot. Okay, double bottom, triple bottom. Oh, price cannot break it. Those are places where price loves so much. Price love those areas so much. So these two places can also be a determining factor for price to come down. So you can see the lines where we have stops that price will crush down to take out. Okay, so that is the signal. So you can either have, personally I would have loved price to shoot up, come to this area, then we sell down. Okay, that would have been the best. Otherwise price still have the power to move downwards here like this. Okay, so what I'm looking for, if price should move downward towards this extent, then price may have some force gathered around this area to move price up. Okay, so possibly that could be another reaction that price is trying to take. Another, I always tell you, price is very dynamic. Okay, so you may predict one thing, and the next minute price already creating a different structure that can change the movement of price. Okay, so that can change its movement. So you just have to continue to monitor its movements and the structure formation. So based on the structure formation, you can also know what is going to happen. For instance, if this bounce continues like this, okay, it's a good sign. Okay, if we can have more, okay, if we can have more of all this, something like this in this area, it's a good sign. So if price should now do this after having this more, and price now decide to, instead of going up, price decide to crash down here, okay, what it means is that price will have to also go back up, because lady price takes out all this area and all the stops here. Price will not want to miss all the stops in this area. Okay, so price can shoot up to take out all the stops there. Okay, so that's the movement. Otherwise, another way is, let me delete all these ones. Another way is what am I deleting? Okay, I'm not deleting. All right, so another way is that when you have this movement, then price would shoot up, okay, then crash down. Okay, so because it has created a bunch of stuffs in this area and it has taken it out using this, and immediately after doing that, all the stuffs that have been created in this area we have to be taken. So that is the strategic day trader analysis. Subscribe to my channel so that I can start giving you live trades that you can follow me as I trade and make money. Okay, so if we can push the my subscribing channel to 1000 subscribers, okay, then I'll be glad to start giving you live trades for free. Okay, I'll be giving you live trades for free. You can follow me at every point in time. I will not be trading only Bitcoin. I'll be trading a lot of other currencies in Forex, Great Britain, USD, Euro USD, and USD, Canadian dollar, okay, and GBP, JPY, GBP, AUD, GBP, CAD, all the big currencies. I'll be trading it for you, and there you can make a lot of earnings from it. Okay, you can make a lot of profits from there and boost your accounts. All right, so that's going to be all for today. Subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that anytime I am live, you can be notified and join the live stream. Okay, I can go live at any time. And I will not want you to miss out in any of my trades. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like on the channel. Continue to give me likes and give me questions. I'll be ready to answer your question at any time. Or in the description below, you will see my my Telegram channel. There you can meet me one-on-one. I drop a lot of chats there, a lot of chats, give you some warnings in time before price crashes or before price goes up, okay, so that you can also make some earnings there. So you can join the Telegram channel and you meet me there one-on-one. I'll be ready to answer your questions. Thank you.